True crime. The Black Dahlia.
Elizabeth Short, also known as the Black Dahlia. Black Dahlia was an American woman found murdered in the Lemur Park neighborhood of Los Angeles on January 15, 1947. Her case became highly publicized due to the gruesome nature of the crime, which included the mutilation of her corpse, which was bisected at the waist. On January 9, 1947, Short returned to her home in Los Angeles after a brief trip to San Diego with Robert Rhett Manley, a 25-year-old married salesman she had been dating. Manley stated that he dropped Short off at the Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, and that Short was to meet her sister, who was visiting from Boston, that afternoon. By some accounts, staff of the Biltmore recalled having seen Short using the lobby telephone. Shortly after, she was allegedly seen by patrons of the Crown Grill Cocktail Lounge at 754 South Olive Street, approximately 600 meters away from the Biltmore. On the morning of January 15, 1947, Short's naked body, severed into two pieces, was found on a vacant lot on the west side of South Norton Avenue, midway between Coliseum Street and West 39th Street in the neighborhood of Lemur Park. At the time, Lemur Park was largely undeveloped. Local resident Betty Bersinger discovered the body at approximately 10 a.m. While walking with her 3-year-old daughter, she alerted the police. Short's severely mutilated body was completely severed at the waist and drained of blood, leaving her skin a pallid white. 35-36 medical examiners determined that she had been dead for around 10 hours prior to the discovery, leaving her time of death either sometime during the evening of January 14th or the early morning hours of January 15th. The body had apparently been washed by the killer. Short's face had been slashed from the corners of her mouth to her ears, creating an effect known as the Glasgow smile. She had several cuts on her thigh and breast, where entire portions of flesh had been sliced away. The lower half of her body was positioned a foot away from the upper, and her intestines had been tucked neatly beneath her buttocks. About 60 people confessed to the murder, mostly men, but including a few women. However, 24 people were considered to be viable suspects by the Los Angeles County District Attorney, Carl Balsiger. The case still to this day is unsolved.